I recently downloaded Peacock and subscribed to their cheapest membership option because I've been dying to rewatch Parks and Rec. And while I've really been enjoying the time capsule of pre-Trump American politics, also a time capsule for when I still found Chris Pratt to be likable.
You've got pickle hair, baby, and you got it from me.
Still sounds like it's about sex.
I'm in.
I wanted to see what sort of movies Peacock had to offer with my membership. And I'm a really big horror fan, so, I'm gonna have to see what horror movies we're working with. So let's check those out. Oh, they have Jennifer's Body. Okay, well, let's watch that. And it's locked. Most of the good horror movies require you to spend more money to have access to. Obviously, there's a few exceptions. But as you can see, there are like a ton of these micro-budget, Tubi-esque horror films. I think I need to watch Mother Krampus next. Bad movies can be very funny, though. I quite enjoy them, especially when there's that authentic lack of quality. It takes a certain lack of self-awareness, you know what I mean? So I decided, what the hell, let's watch Rumpelstiltskin. This movie came out in 2025. On Peacock, the description for the movie reads, "A woman risks her life to protect her firstborn son after making a series of dark deals with a twisted forest imp with a taste for vengeance." Ooh. So I'm just going to immediately point out that that description is wrong. This is not an accurate description of the plot of the movie. While doing research for this video, I found out that there was another Rumpelstiltskin movie that also came out in 2025. And from what I can tell, this description for this other Rumpelstiltskin movie somehow ended up on the Peacock Rumpelstiltskin. So I'm not sure how that happened, but I think I'm probably like one of 5 or 6 people who watched this movie, so it's probably not high on their priorities to fix. All right, the opening credits show this treasure chest, and I cannot figure out if it's AI or not. Like I said, this movie came out in 2025, and I'm assuming it was made not that long before it came out. It doesn't look like that much time was put into it, no offense. Please let me know if you think this is AI. I would like to hear your opinion on this. Nothing else in the movie looks like this, by the way. You might think the credits would be a hint of like what's to come, like what the aesthetic is going to be of the movie, but this will not be the case. I'm going to talk about this more throughout the video, but I don't understand the need to tack on the Rumpelstiltskin name to the story. Well, I do know why. It's to get more people to watch it because it has name recognition. And I guess I watched it, so. Anyways, the film opens with some establishing shots of this house where 95% of the movie is going to take place. And we see our main character, Lisa, taking prenatal vitamins in her kitchen, so we can assume this character is pregnant. She's not showing at all, though. So her husband, Mike, checks on her.
How are we feeling today?
The plumber about the bathroom in the hallway, and I was thinking maybe we don't use it till somebody looks at it.
This never comes up again, by the way, just a little, don't use that toilet. We then get another establishing shot of the house. We haven't left, but I guess like more time has passed. So she stumbles upon an antique sewing machine and this basket of yarn, and they're playing like really dramatic music over it, but it's just not hitting because it's just a woman looking at some yarn. Also, maybe this is nitpicky, you tell me, but Rumpelstiltskin used a spinning wheel. Like he spun straw into gold with a spinning wheel. And this is a sewing machine. My grandma actually had a sewing machine just like this, like an antique one. So you can't make anything out of, you can sew something, but you can't like make yarn. A spinning wheel, you put fibers into it to make the yarn. Sewing machine, yarn's already made. Every depiction of Rumpelstiltskin, he has a spinning wheel.
Who wants more happy juice?
Who wants more happy juice? Watching this scene made me crave Olive Garden. And when I say I crave Olive Garden, just know I crave the breadsticks, and I'll take whatever mid-ass pasta dish sounds halfway decent to me that day. While working on the script for this video, I actually decided to order Olive Garden, as you can see. And it was delicious. The breadsticks were. The fettuccine alfredo, just okay. Anyway, they have a really boring conversation where we find out that Mike works in the wholesale yarn business, which I'm sure is a real job. And the bald guy, sorry, I don't know the character's name. He kind of gives him a hard time about his job.
Any problems in the fabric business?
Well, actually, it's a wholesale yarn business, but, yeah.
There's like some tension, like I think they're... Oh, my cat's trying to get in through the window. Ruby! I should go let her in. Okay, pause. Ruby didn't even want in. She just wanted my attention. It's really nice outside though, so I don't blame her. Anyway, so then the other lady asks about how the baby's doing, and this is where we find out that Lisa is 8 weeks pregnant.
How's baby? Oh, good. Good, thank you.
You're not even showing.
I know, but it's only 8 weeks, so yeah.
And then Lisa asks,
So, who's ready for coffee?
even though she just poured everyone a glass of wine a few seconds ago. I don't know his name. I'm waiting for them to say it again. The bald guy acts like this is the weirdest thing in the world, that she was like, who wants coffee? And he just talks some shit right in front of Lisa's husband.
I had no idea coffee was an event.
Listen,
I'm just saying.
eat the cake. She's gonna
This
bring
is
some
weird.
cakes. She'll like the cakes.
Coffee schedule? This is weird.
I don't know what he means by that. All she says was, who's ready for coffee? I actually don't think the actors are doing like a horrible job. They're not doing a great job, but I want to give them a little bit of grace in the fact that this dialogue does not lend itself to making any sense or sounding like an actual way that humans would talk to each other.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy. I cannot get over how silly he sounds. Sorry if that's mean to say, but his voice, I was trying to pinpoint it, and it sounds like a cross between Squilliam Fancy Son and Caitlyn Jenner. Do you hear that? It could also be Jennifer Coolidge. I'm hearing a little Jennifer Coolidge in there as well. So the two get ready for bed, and they talk about what an asshole that the bald guy was.
That dude is such an asshole.
And Mark says,
You're in such a siege.
Peacock subtitles did not pick up on what he said, and neither did I. This movie's available for free on YouTube. I was watching it there, and for once, YouTube subtitles actually knows something. And what he said was, arrogance under siege. Then she says she wants to get started on the spare room tomorrow, but he needs to move his work stuff. But
Well, how many work stuff?
cut to them looking at the yarn that she found as, again, really intense music plays.
Gosh.
But he swears it's not his.
Maybe you can spin it to gold.
Except again, this is not a spinning wheel, so you can't spin anything into anything. You can sew with it. For some reason, she does not believe him.
So you're telling me that the sellers just randomly left the stuff over here?
Well, it's the only logical explanation I could come up with, okay?
Yarn? Seriously?
Why would he lie about it? She must have walked in on him getting freaky with some yarn in the past, because she's acting like she just caught him cheating. It's now the next day, and Mark is struggling to lift this old-ass sewing machine. I'm not sure about the creative decision behind this awkward little crab walk that he does, but it did make me laugh nonetheless. Unfortunately, this movie is pretty boring, so I will take it. So he moves the rest of the yarn into the trunk and gives some pretty awkward improvised lines in the process.
Hit that. Oh, hey, Bob. Well, screw you. You were like them anyways.
I should put this down. But before he can drive off, he seemingly hears this kind of demonic chant coming from the trunk. So he gets out to investigate the yarn, and the shot just goes on for way too long. Like, we get over a minute of him just looking pensively at this yarn. Even after he closed the trunk, I was like, oh, okay, the shot's gonna end. But you still get like an extra 10 seconds of him just like...
It's yarn.
This is a common thing that I've seen in like these low budget Tubi-esque movies. There's always a few shots that just go on for way too long. You'll see an actor do some mundane process in full, like that isn't boring as fuck to watch. I mean, I assume it's to pad out the runtime, but like, why? Why does it have to be 80, 90 minutes? I guess maybe it has something to do with the difference between the length of time of a feature-length film versus a short film. But just make it a fucking short film. I don't know. You include so much pointless crap to make the movie longer, but mostly it makes it feel longer. I just watched this movie called God's Not Here, which is a knockoff of God's Not Dead. Stay tuned for that video. I don't know when it's coming, but it's coming. But there were so many pointless drawn out scenes of the main character like brewing coffee and then sitting in her car thinking about going to church and then walking up to the door and then hesitating. Like, it's like a 2 minutes of that. This movie, Rumpelstiltskin, it's actually not as bad as God's Not Here. I think I'm just noticing a pattern since I literally just watched those movies. And yes, I said movies, plural, because there are 2 God's Not Here movies, and I watched both of them. And I smiled just a little bit less bright because of it.
Tim?
Tim. His name is Tim? I've been calling him Mike this whole time. Sometimes when I don't remember a name, instead of my brain being like, oh, I don't have that information, I just don't know it, I will make up a fucking name. And this actually led to me one time confidently calling someone Jeff, and their name was like, that's not even close. I felt like such a bitch. But genuinely, like, I don't know where I got the idea, but it was so real to me. Like, you are Jeff. Your name is Jeff. And everyone was like, who the fuck told you his name was Jeff? Like, that's not Jeff. So yeah, not Mike, Tim. Tim. So Lisa thinks she hears something in the house and she does nothing to investigate. And now it's nighttime. Tim comes home and another slightly confusing dialogue moment happens.
How was your day?
It was great. Yours?
I don't know. Can't decide.
I thought she meant she couldn't decide if her day was good or not, but she's actually talking about these paint samples. Now they're in bed, and Tim is restless. He puts on his glasses to look at his watch, and you can very clearly see the reflection of whatever light setup they had in his lenses. But he gets up, and we see him go into the bathroom, and this happens. Apparently, Timmy over here, he didn't get rid of the yarn. So he goes to the spare room to get freaky with the yarn again. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, if you change the music in this scene and you choose to believe that Tim is a yarnophile like I do, the mood feels very different. That's all I'm gonna say.
My girl's in the next room. Sometimes I wish she would hear your voice saying my name. It sounds so sweet.
So Tim finds a mask in the yarn basket, and we get like a less funny version of Jim Carrey's transformation from The Mask. He makes me uncomfortable. I don't like looking at him. All right, now it is morning, and Lisa is reading the paper, and she lets Tim know.
Someone was killed by a bear about a mile away from here.
Bear?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. They found claw marks. Tim?
I'm really confused because are they trying to imply that he had something to do with that? His reaction to that news combined with the music they're playing makes it seem like he did that. But all we saw him do was turn into a freaky goblin and like writhe around on the sewing machine. Did he also go out and murder someone last night? They must have forgot to press record during that scene. So Tim says he's gonna talk to animal control and have them put bear traps, which is gonna come up later. The fucking noises this guy makes. So now we get another scene where Tim speaks to the animal control guy about the bear traps.
Bear are pretty rare out here. stranger things have happened.
I really think they're implying that Tim went out and killed someone after he went goblin mode last night. Earlier, when she was reading the paper, the article mentions claw marks. And spoiler alert, when we do see Rumpelstiltskin killing people, he never once utilizes those Spirit Halloween press-ons that they worked so hard to put on him. But the animal control guy does say that they didn't find any bear tracks and bears aren't common in the area. So I don't know why the paper would say it's a bear. Anyways, we're gonna move on. After the animal control guy leaves, we get like the exact same establishing shot that we saw when this scene began. No time has passed. Tim is just standing there and the guy has left. We get another establishing shot of the trees for some reason. Anyways, he walks away, but this little baby swing set catches his eye. Is Tim worrying about his future baby? Or is it Rumpelstiltskin craving a baby to eat? I assume. In the original Rumpelstiltskin fairy tale, I don't think they actually say what he was planning on doing with her firstborn baby. But I guess I just assumed he was gonna eat it, like this is a Pennywise type situation. Okay, I did some research for this and I actually read the Brothers Grimm fairy tale just to get a little refresher. And it says nothing about eating the kid, but he doesn't say what he's gonna do with it. So I don't know. And now we're back at the exact same location we've been at their entire movie, which is their house. And Lisa is putting 2 copies of the exact same book on the shelf. And for some reason, those books are The Bourne Supremacy, which is the 2nd book in the Jason Bourne series. I feel like that would have been a good opportunity to maybe put a little Easter egg in there, like, you know, something about like how to make yarn or like, you know, how to steal someone's firstborn baby. Then she turns around and she sees the yarn is a damn mess all over the floor. I want to give the movie just a little bit of credit for this shot they have like through the eyes of the mask, and it's like watching Lisa from the closet. I thought that was kind of neat. Maybe it's been done before, but I thought it was kind of cool. So Lisa starts to clean up the mess, but then she gets pissed off and gives up.
You know what? Screw it.
And the door, we see it creak close as she's walking away, and it makes a really loud ass sound that she does not hear. So now we see Tim coming home. Lisa is kind of angrily pacing. Lisa immediately jumps to getting pissed off at Tim because he didn't get rid of the sewing machine and yarn like he said he was going to. She first says, "What's wrong with you?" Which I think is a really funny way to confront your spouse.
Hey, you said you were gonna get rid of that piece of storage, but you didn't.
What's wrong with you? Jesus.
But, I mean, there is something wrong with him, to be fair. She asks him, "Why didn't you get rid of that box?" And he says,
Oh, gosh. Well, I meant to drop it off, but I looked inside the box and then I found some fiber that caught my eye.
"Hello there, this is crappy quality webcam Hannah, and I've decided to split this video into parts because I accidentally talked for way too long and I don't know how to like cut it because I'm just like, well, I've already decided to go basically scene for scene, so I feel like I have to stick with it, but it's taken me way longer than I was hoping to just finish the 17 minutes that I have done now. So I hope you enjoyed part 1, and the rest is coming. This might even be a 3-parter, which just feels like ridiculous because it's just some random fucking movie. But if you liked this video, stay tuned because there's more coming. I have a lot more footage to edit, but I've spent way more time on this than I had hoped, and I just want to get something out there. So I hope you enjoyed part 1 of my Rumpelstiltskin movie review. So thank you. I will see you for part 2 and maybe part 3. It might be a 3-parter.